I'm going to make this even worse.
Okay.
So, we decided that because to celebrate Bennifer...
Bennifer's back!
Or, supposedly back, because he also has been on Raya lately.
Yeah, who cares about that?
We
Who
decided...
knows how old the original story was, though?
True. We decided to do their greatest epic love story,
Yes.
Gigli.
Gigli.
So...
Which I always thought was a girl's name.
Yeah. So there are so many things that I have wrong about this movie.
Okay, so first you start with what you thought this movie was about.
Okay.
And then I will go with what I thought this movie was about. That being said, neither one of us have seen this movie before because we heard it was bad. So we never bothered with it.
So this movie came out in 2003, right?
Yes.
I have, for the life of this movie, actually, I would say from a year after this movie was made, I have always thought the plot of this movie was Ben was married to this woman, she died, they had a kid, this new woman came in, became the stepmom. But that is the plot to Jersey Girl.
So, I thought the exact same thing. Okay, so I knew that they had done two movies.
Yes.
And that one of them was good and one of them was bad. And that Ben Affleck was married to Jennifer Lopez and she died. They had a kid. And then, so she was only in it for a little bit. But that the movie still sucked.
Yes.
And that Jersey Girl also sucked, but it was slightly better. But I never watched either one of them.
So, I knew that Ben Affleck was in a movie with J-Lo, and I knew he was in 2 movies with Liv Tyler. I thought that was Gigli. And so when I looked up Gigli, and Liv Tyler was not in it, I was like, I know she's in a movie with him, besides the other one. So when I looked it up and I saw that it was Jersey Girl, I was like, okay. And then I saw J-Lo and I was like, oh my god, she was in that. So I wasn't wrong, I was just wrong.
So I can one-up you on that. I, in turn, confused Jersey Girl with Chasing Amy. That's like I thought it was a Kevin Smith movie.
Well, Jersey Girl is a Kevin Smith movie.
Well, so is Chasing Amy.
Yeah, I know.
And Ben Affleck is in that too.
Yeah,
so this is all your fault, Kevin Smith, for using the same people over and over again.
Or for Gigli being such a shitty movie.
Yes, never bothered with it.
Yeah, no.
Never saw Jersey Girl, but apparently I knew the... So when we started watching this movie, her sister asked, what is this movie about? And I was like, well, I'm not quite sure, so I'm not going to say anything.
You sat there so quiet, and I was like, well, I had this story ready, and I didn't want to tell you. Because I wanted to tell you right now, because I thought it'd be funnier. So I was like, I have no idea what this movie is about. I know what I thought the movie was about, but I was wrong. So when I went to go, look it up, because I thought, okay, I'm going to do some actual, behind the scenes, looking up stuff for this movie. Mm-hmm. The very first thing was that it was a mom movie, and I was like, I thought he has a daughter, and I was very confused. And,
I have never, ever heard the plot line for this movie, ever. Because, sometimes, it takes you a moment to get, refreshed your memory.
Yeah.
No, it was a complete blank.
I know I saw previews for this movie, but apparently none of it made sense to... I guess I just, put it out of my mind and was like, nope. And just... I don't know. So
I guess, do you want to do the real synopsis?
So, we have Gigli. What is
Who's
his
a guy?
first name?
Larry.
Oh, yeah, Larry. They say it like 1,000 times.
But it sounds so
Yeah,
fake.
it
I thought it
does.
was a fake name.
It doesn't sound real. So we have Larry Gigli, and he is like a mob guy, or like works for like a mob man. He's just like the guy, the
He's a
aggressor.
wise guy.
Yeah, a wise guy. And
like the muscle.
they have him go pick up this important guy's brother who has a disability, and he goes to take him. Well, the mob boss doesn't think that Larry can handle it on his own, so he sends another wise guy, who turns out to be J-Lo, to come and help him and to get the job done. And he doesn't know that he has sent this woman to come help him, and so she comes in and she seduces him and like basically gets into the room and then tells him like, oh, I'm here to help you. And then from there they get on this mission where they have to cut off the guy's thumb and send it to like show them that they mean business. And
But they've already like, I guess, warmed up to him.
Yeah,
like,
they liked him.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hurt this kid. And so then they like go and they find a different person's thumb to use, and then they mail that off. And then the guy who was it his brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother came and was like, I was gonna get off scot-free, and
no,
the
brother.
It was a different guy. This guy that was on trial.
So the Godfather, I guess you could say.
Yeah. He was on trial and he was going to get off, but then when they stole this kid and sent the thumb, it made it look like he had set that plan in motion, which he didn't. So he shot the mob guy.
The middleman.
Yeah, and then they were
about to die
Yeah,
too.
about to die. And so they came up with the plan to send the kid somewhere else, have him be found.
Like, release him.
With his thumbs attached, and make it look like someone just said that that's what happened. And then they drive off into the sunset.
Yeah, it was... I mean...
We'll save our judgment for the end.
Okay.
We'll just talk about the movie first. So, we got the first big thing out of the way. I even wrote it down so I can remember to talk about
Okay.
the other movie. So, first thing I noticed, Ben Affleck. He is from Boston.
Yeah.
He can do a pretty good Boston accent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can do a very good New York mob guy accent.
He didn't even have to do New York.
They live in California, so why are any of these guys with these, like, New York mob guy accents when they're in California? It don't work.
I mean, maybe they got out west with the casinos back in Vegas, and a few of them stayed out there. I don't know.
But I did enjoy this one scene. So the very first scene in the movie, he's talking to this guy, and you don't know where this guy is at. You think, like, he's just sitting in front of him, but he turns out he's, like, in a dryer, like a big commercial dryer. Yeah. And he, like, puts him in there, and then he goes, permanent press or a delicate? He goes, doesn't matter. And he, like, shuts the door, and I was like, you know, they make handles, or not handles, like, things that you could pop open if you're in the trunk of a car, mm-hmm. which you should never be locked in the trunk of your car, but if it happens, you could get out. Why haven't they done that with dryers yet?
First of all, that dryer was industrial size, because they're not that big.
Right.
Second of all...
But he was also a very little man.
Next, that thing goes by weight. If you put too much in there, it will not turn.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I try to get everything done in just one load.
You would.
I just want to get it over with in one load, and if you overstuff it, it will not spin.
So then he gets the call after he talks to that guy. He gets the call.
The middleman.
To go pick up this kid who has disabilities.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's Justin Bartha, and he's not handicapped in real life. And I kind of was like, why didn't they just get somebody who had, like, Down syndrome